Neste episódio do Esto,
PGA TOUR Latinoamérica.
Vamos reviver tudo o que aconteceu na final da Dev Series na Riviera Nayarit.
Bem-vindos à Dev Series Final.
Além disso, conversaremos com Jared Wolfe, um dos nossos graduados que estreia este ano como membro do PGA Tour.
I definitely see why we sacrifice and do everything that we do to get ourselves out here.
Além disso, o americano Ben Cook nos conta o que significa para ele viajar e compartilhar os torneios do Tour com a sua esposa, Miah.
Gives us a little more time to spend together, which is great.
Vem mais uma edição espetacular do Esto, PGA Tour Latinoamérica. Esto es PGA Tour Latinoamérica. Desde o seu lançamento em 2013, a Dev Series reforçou o alcance do PGA Tour Latinoamérica com uma programação que trabalha com os torneios dos mais importantes tours nacionais da região. Entre os graduados notáveis está o colombiano Sebastián Muñoz e o chileno Mito Pereira, hoje figuras no PGA Tour. Eles são exemplos claros do talento que emergiu da Dev Series ao longo dos anos. Os melhores jogadores posicionados em cada evento da parte da série ganham acesso ao torneio final, onde o status é concedido para a temporada seguinte do PGA Tour Latinoamérica. No início de outubro, a Dev Series chegou ao El Tigre Club de Golf, na Riviera Nayarit, pela primeira vez. Na costa mexicana do Pacífico, o El Tigre é um campo exigente, par de 72 de 7.239 jardas, projetado por Robert Von Hogge, provou ser um teste digno da luta por vagas neste tour.
El campo está muy bueno, el diseño del campo es increíble, tiene unos hoyazos, las condiciones están bien, mucho calor y poco viento, entonces yo creo que se puede prestar para que la gente haga scores bajos.
Ricardo Célia, bicampeão do PGA Tour Latinoamérica, que disputou o Open em julho, como recompensa pela vitória no Visa Open de 2019 da Argentina. Ele começou com uma boa dose de birdies para acertar 66 tacadas. Seu placar foi igualado no final do dia pelo argentino Jaime López Rivarola para um empate duplo pela liderança.
La verdad es un gran arranque, obviamente no estoy pensando en domingo y en los resultados o en que me dé cada puesto, pero más que nada tratar de estar en el presente en cada ronda como supe estarlo hoy.
No segundo dia, o mexicano Armando Favela, outro ex-campeão do PGA Tour Latinoamérica, foi o protagonista. Com uma rodada impecável de 63, sem bogies, o levou para a liderança geral no meio do caminho.
Empecé muy bien y durante toda la ronda tuve oportunidades. La estrategia no cambió en el sentido de ser más agresivo, ¿no? Simplemente es tratar de jugar inteligente y no meterme en problemas y salieron, pues obviamente todas las cosas salieron como quería.
A um golpe do Favela no terceiro dia, López Rivarola desviou de um double bogey para fazer 68 tacadas e retomar a liderança sozinho com 2 tacadas.
Estoy jugando como muy tranquilo al golf, confiando en mi swing y en mis tiros y más que nada teniendo como objetivo, digamos, estar en el tiro a tiro y no viniendo a buscar resultados.
Líder por 5 tacadas com 9 buracos para jogar, no último dia o argentino perdeu o passo com um double bogey no 16. No buraco 18, ele fez esse birdie par para vencer o torneio, mas saiu com um par que o deixou empatado pela primeira vez com o americano Roland Massimino, que teve rodadas de 65 e 66 nos últimos 2 dias. Depois de empatar a 16 abaixo, Massimino e López Rivarola jogaram o buraco 18 mais 2 vezes. Um difícil par 5 de 612 jardas com água à esquerda.
He made a great par on the first playoff hole from the greenside bunker, and I missed just about a 15-footer there. And then I had an okay drive off the tee on the second playoff hole, and he just hit one in the water. So I was just able to make par and get it done. So I was happy to be able to do that. Yeah.
Massimino, de 24 anos, de Vila Nova, na Pensilvânia, conquistou a primeira vitória de sua carreira profissional. Sua recompensa foi um troféu espetacular e um cartão de status completo para a temporada de 2021 e 2022, seu segundo como membro do PGA Tour Latinoamérica.
I had a really good weekend. 13 under in the last 2 days was awesome. Wasn't playing great the first 30 holes and just played really well to finish out the tournament. Awesome to get to win the playoff and just really excited to get this win.
Massimino liderou um grupo de 5 jogadores, que ao terminar este torneio entre os 5 primeiros garantiram o status pleno para a temporada de 2021 e 2022 no PGA Tour Latinoamérica. Em segundo lugar, e apesar de ter sido derrotado no desempate, López Rivarola estava satisfeito.
Todos los que ingresan a este torneo saben cuál es el objetivo de la semana, quedar top 5, top 10. Si bien no se me dio la vuelta como quería hoy, o por lo menos el final, la verdad que me voy contento por el trabajo de esta semana y por lo que viene ahora con la temporada del PGA Latinoamérica.
Apenas com uma tacada do desempate para o primeiro lugar, o mexicano José Narro encerrou o torneio com esse birdie putt no buraco 72. Isso garantiu a ele o terceiro lugar sozinho e a distinção de ser o único jogador com 4 rodadas de 69 tacadas ou menos.
Muy sólido de jueves a domingo, muy sólido. Siente muy bien garantizar estatus, ya que cuando fui miembro hace 2 años era condicional, entonces tener asegurado que vas a jugar es grandísimo y pues tener trabajo para el siguiente año también.
Impulsionado por um magnífico 63 na terceira rodada, o americano Joe Talon também fez birdie no buraco final, para terminar em 4º lugar sozinho. A quinta e última colocação com status pleno foi para o colombiano Ivan Camilo Ramírez. Uma semana muito consistente, de 4 acertos de 70 tacadas ou menos. Os jogadores entre o 6º e o 10º lugar ficaram Robert Rodrigues, Armando Favela, Eduardo Carrete, Pipo Célia e Michael Cartrucci. Todos eles ganharam status para todos os torneios da primeira metade do calendário. Os novos integrantes já contam as horas para iniciar a nova temporada no início de dezembro na Argentina.
Nos vemos en el Visa Open de Argentina para comenzar la carrera por la Total Play Cup.
Após o intervalo, no Esto PGA Tour Latinoamérica, falaremos com o tricampeão do PGA Tour Latinoamérica e agora membro do PGA Tour, Jared Wolfe. Além disso, aprenderemos sobre a relação entre o americano Ben Cook e sua esposa e caddy, Miah.
We're best friends, we're just hanging out.
Tudo isso quando voltarmos com o Esto PGA Tour Latinoamérica. Esto PGA Tour Latinoamérica. O americano Jared Wolfe está vivendo o sonho de sua vida hoje, jogando no PGA Tour.
It is a lot of fun being out here. I definitely see why we sacrifice and do everything that we do to get ourselves out here. It's a lot of fun being on this tour. Game's been very good. I had never played in a PGA Tour event before, so I kind of knew the first one was going to be a little rocky. Really encouraging too to see how my game stacks up against everybody else, and knowing what kind of golf it's going to take to succeed out there is not much different than the golf I've always played. So I'm pretty excited about the rest of the season.
Depois de uma temporada de sucesso no Korn Ferry Tour, o americano conseguiu alcançar a elite do golfe mundial. Como para muitos, os últimos 2 anos foram desafiadores para Wolfe, que durante a pandemia do Covid-19 teve que explorar outros meios de trabalho além do golfe.
Golf wasn't being played, and golf courses were, on the edge of being open or being shut down. We just never really knew what was going to happen. And I was kind of pulling my hair out, sitting around the house thinking about just doing nothing. A friend of mine called me and a few other golfers up, and a couple other Latin Tour players as well that are living in the area, and we went and did some medical sales and helped distribute some of the PCR tests that they're using now for COVID testing and some different things like that. At the time was a pretty, wasn't new, but it wasn't in a lot of clinics and not a lot of people knew about it. So we were going into those clinics and handing those out.
Seu jogo estava no auge de todos os tempos, iniciando a temporada do Korn Ferry Tour com uma vitória no The Bahamas Great Abaco Classic no Bahia Mar, e mais tarde no Wichita Open, supporting Wichita's youth.
Felt great. It was awesome. I was playing great. We actually had the car packed up and ready to go to drive for a 3-week stretch, and we got that call the night before that we canceled those events. After we came back from the break, the pandemic break, we were told, hey, we're going to have basically 2 years total, and I was like, I started thinking about the points then at that point, that man, I don't have enough points for a PGA Tour card. I've got to do all this again next year. And play really well. And then I went and won in Wichita a couple weeks later, finished the year off really well. So it was good to, after 40 something events, at the regular season mark, I finished 8th on the tour, and I thought, man, that's really validating.
Em uma extensa temporada, no qual jogou 40 eventos entre 2020 e 2021, Wolfe somou 2 vitórias e 5 top 10s. Resultados que lhe permitiam terminar em 8º lugar na lista de pontos e fazer parte do seleto grupo que ascendeu ao PGA Tour.
Our next graduate has never played a PGA Tour event. He's headed to the PGA Tour. Please welcome Jared Wolfe.
The top 25 should feel as though they really can succeed on the PGA Tour because they've made it last the longest through those 40-something events.
I'm Heather Yearwood, here with PGA Tour Latinoamérica player Ben Cook and his wife and caddy, Miah Cook. It's so great to meet you guys. The caddy-player relationship is so important, especially from the psychological side of the game. So what is it like to have your wife on your bag?
It's awesome. For us, it just gives us a little bit more, like you said, we're newlyweds. We've got married last August, so it gives us a little more time to spend together, which is great. And it kind of keeps me not quite so focused on the golf aspect, which is kind of nice sometimes. It kind of a little leeway and just talking about normal stuff too.
So what are the tips and things that you give him when you're out there to keep him calm and focused?
I hadn't touched the club until I met him. He, on every tee shot, tells me where he's going, which helps me look for his ball too, and just gives him a direction of where he wants to hit it. And then when we're out there, I just talk to him. I don't pick his clubs. He does his own yardage. I'm not any help golf related. I just hang out with him.
Moral support.
Yeah, I just am encouraging and just keep him happy.
That's huge. That's huge. Well, can you think of a moment where it was a really tense moment, or you just needed some grounding where she really stepped up and helped you through that?
In Mexico, when we finished T4, she was on the bag, and that 3rd round was not going quite the way that we wanted to, but we were still right in the event, and it's at the end of the day, he's like, hey, snap out of it, let's go.
I think I slapped him with a towel.
Right,
I was like,
you're still good, you're still playing okay, you're still under par. It was tough because the one guy in our group was 8 under for the day, so it's you feel like you're getting lapped, but no, just kind of, every once in a while I was like, all right, come on, focus, let's do it.
So after a round, do you guys leave golf on the course literally and don't talk about it at home, or how does that work out?
Most of the time. It depends on the day.
I like to ask him things like, what was the hardest hole out there? Just asking.
Your best shot,
yeah.
random things
Going over what are you gonna do again? And then we just hang out like normal. And then in the morning wake up. All right, golf time.
I love it. Are there any moments ever where frustration sets in between the two of you guys, or?
No, because we get along so good.
Yeah, we're best friends. We're just hanging out.
It's just a game, it's just golf. So.
Yeah. So how many tournaments have you guys done together?
This will be the 2nd Latinoamérica event, but back home in Michigan, she's caddied for me a few times, just in bigger section events for Michigan section stuff. So this will probably be 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah. When Mike's around or can come, I would rather have Mike do it because he actually knows what he's doing. But it's nice to be on the course with him instead of just walking along. So.
Do you ever get nervous?
Yeah, I can't breathe the whole time. But I also know he's really good and he knows what he's doing. I just want him to play well so that he's happy and, like, you know, yeah, you feel like you're also competing because it's your second half, and yeah, I get nervous, yes.
So how is your golf game?
Like I said earlier, I hadn't touched the club until I met him. So the first time we played together, I could not move the ball. Couldn't hit it. It was terrible. And now, sometimes they're really pure and like I did.
She makes like at least two pars in 9 holes now. So she's getting a lot better.
I love it. I'm still got a long way to go, but yeah, I love it.
So one day, LPGA with you on her bag, maybe?
No.
Thank you guys. It was great to catch up with you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Quando o Esto, PGA TOUR Latinoamérica voltar, continuaremos a conversar com Jared Wolfe sobre sua passagem pelo PGA TOUR Latinoamérica e o seu sucesso no Korn Ferry Tour.
To get a win would be the biggest goal.
Além disso, vamos conhecer os destaques dos nossos jogadores nas redes sociais. O final deste episódio do Esto PGA TOUR Latinoamérica está chegando. Esto PGA TOUR Latinoamérica. Vamos começar esta sessão com as fotos oficiais dos melhores jogadores na final da Dev Series. Todos eles serão membros do PGA TOUR Latinoamérica nesta temporada. Parabéns! Um total de 34 jogadores, entre sócios e alunos do PGA Tour Latinoamérica, conseguiram passar a segunda etapa do Q-School do Korn Ferry Tour e assim alcançarão as condições para a temporada seguinte. Foi assim que alguns comemoraram. Marcou já um ano dos melhores vídeos do nosso jogador do ano de 2018, o sempre divertido e inesquecível Harry Higgs. A jornada de Wolfe foi repleta de grandes desafios, e um que ele nunca esquecerá foi jogar no PGA Tour Latinoamérica.
It was fun. It was a good challenge. It wasn't a difficult, or a frustrating challenge. It was one that I tried to learn every week. I tried to learn new words. I was always talking to my caddy or talking to somebody at the restaurant. How do I order this or how do I say that? And I wanted to learn. If I'm going to be a guest in the country where I'm going, I'd like to be able to speak, enough of the language to get me by. That was a good challenge. Some of the air travel for us was a little bit of a challenge because flights are, a lot of overnight flights. You get in on Monday and you don't feel like doing anything because you just got 3 hours of sleep on a flight from Miami or Houston down to Buenos Aires or something like that, and you didn't really want to do anything. But all good challenges, all things that I feel like made myself stronger, tougher, or better.
O americano disputou 3 temporadas na região e em 2 delas terminou entre os 5 primeiros, passando para o Korn Ferry Tour. A primeira vez que o Wolfe terminou entre os 5 primeiros da temporada foi em 2017, quando terminou em segundo, atrás do mexicano José de Jesus Rodrigues.
Fast forward, we went in Jamaica, and that was my first ever win on a PGA Tour or sanctioned tour like that. So the confidence it gave me was huge, and it carried forward into a whole year in 2018 on the Korn Ferry. Another win in 2018 in Chile, and then 2019 in Panama. I found that playing golf on that tour, playing golf in those areas, it gave me a lot of confidence to move forward.
Naquela época, Wolfe somou sua primeira vitória no Tour no BMW Jamaica Classic. Além disso, ele adicionaria mais 5 top 10, o que lhe permitiria ser o protagonista em sua primeira temporada no PGA Tour Latinoamérica. Os triunfos não pararam para o Wolfe e em 2018 conquistaria mais um, nesta vez no Volvo Open do Chile. Em 2019 não seria exceção e no início da temporada conquistaria outro troféu, o do Buenaventura Classic. Naquela última temporada do Tour, Wolfe mais uma vez mostraria que seu grande nível, além do triunfo no Panamá, registrando mais 3 top 10 para terminar em terceiro lugar na lista de pontos.
It was really nice to see the off-season work that we put in 2018, for it to show up like that in 2019, and also like being the first event of the year. I mean, a huge confidence boost knowing that I could get it done. That it wasn't a so-called fluke that I did it once or twice, and so it was very validating. Like I said, big confidence builder and huge push forward for us into the 2020-2021 Korn Ferry seasons.
São muitas as anedotas de golfe jogando na América Latina. Muitos momentos engraçados, outros de grandes desafios, mas todos fundamentais em seu processo de ser o jogador que é hoje.
I enjoy talking about stories from my years playing down at PGA Tour Latinoamérica, and it's fun to see some of the same guys out here on the PGA Tour. I like Chile because I won there and the city was great. But Argentina's awesome. Buenos Aires, I mean, you can kind of do anything you want there. Food's amazing. I think Bogota, Colombia is a great spot, but I really like that place. Lima, Peru is probably my favorite if I did all of it together. I like the golf course. It's a lot of fun. The people are great. The climate's amazing while we were there. The food is by far the best. That's one of my favorites.
Making his first PGA Tour appearance, Jared Wolfe.
A lot of years, a lot of trying, a lot of work finally coming together and getting his first chance, first tee shot on a PGA Tour.
O seu caminho hoje é no PGA Tour, onde enfrenta os melhores do mundo. Os seus objetivos são vários. Os primeiros e mais importantes é terminar entre os 125 primeiros da FedEx Cup.
Top 30 would be the ultimate goal, because I know how hard it is in our rookie position. I think only one person made it last year, or maybe none, made it last year to the top 30. But to get a win, especially here in the fall, would be the biggest goal. Go have fun, enjoy yourself. You're going to go see places of the world that you probably didn't know you were ever going to go see, and go make a lot of birdies.
Na próxima edição do Esto, PGA Tour Latinoamérica, contaremos tudo o que aconteceu nos nossos 4 torneios de classificação. Além disso, analisaremos como será o Visa Open da Argentina apresentado pela Macro, o nosso primeiro evento da temporada. Também conversaremos com o chileno Mito Pereira sobre suas expectativas e metas para 2022. Tudo isso e muito mais no próximo episódio do Esto PGA Tour Latinoamérica.